Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Spontaneity. I'm the spontaneous one. No, this isn't normal look. Just kind of relaxing today. Um, so you probably didn't click on this to hear about my life. You probably clicked on here about the Friends Shield. Very weird name, I know, but it has some good purposes. So the Friends Shield is a mythic shield, where in my world you can have whatever world you want, or put whatever story you want to it than the world I've created. The Friend Shield is from the god of friendship, who in my stories was a Jew. Assue. I don't know what that actually spells, but yeah, that's just how I spelled it. So, a Jew made this shield that has a property that I've never heard of in a game before, but I very much enjoy it. Whoever's attuned to this, there's a primary attunement and other attunements that are required. The first person who's attuned to the shield is the owner of the shield. And whenever you're attuned, you get some decent buffs, but that's not what the shield's used for. He called it the Friendship Shield, or the Shield of Friendship, because whenever whoever's attuned to it is in a party, the people in the party are now protected. Now, there come some drawbacks from this, but it has some amazing effects too. So whenever someone in the party would take damage, they take half the damage, and the person with the shield takes the other half. This damage cannot be reduced, and also any reductions to the damage would be made after it is split in half. So the owner of the shield, probably the tank of the party, barbarian, a paladin, someone of those sorts. Whoever has the shield, let's say the wizard's gonna take 100 damage, lethal damage to the wizard. Well, the wizard can give half of it to the barbarian, and the barbarian will take half. That half cannot be reduced. Doesn't matter if he's enraged, doesn't matter if he has natural immunity or resistance to that source of damage. Then if the wizard had some effect that would reduce damage, which I don't know why a wizard would, but wizard has some effect to reduce the damage he would take, it then reduces after the damage is reduced. And each of these is rounded up. So yes, it could potentially be more damage if you keep on splitting certain things. So like 100 damage, you split it between the two characters, 50-50. Let's say it's 50 damage. That's probably a better number. So 50 damage, split it 25-25. Barbarian's taking 25, not the one with the shield. He's enraged, so it's 13 damage instead of just 12. The shield has other benefits. It can be attuned to any number of creatures, but also it's a lot of potential damage that can be dealt. And it's not something that's avoidable. You will take half the damage. Now, it doesn't matter armor class either. If the person rolled an 18, your armor class is 22, doesn't matter. Another fun aspect of the shield, though, is it does increase your armor class significantly. I give it a +4, because it's a big risk when they attack anyone else in the party. And the reason the shield was created, in my lore, was that the paladin of a group I was having run a campaign for me kept on just taking blow after blow after blow and going down to almost zero and not even using anything to heal himself. The druid of the party or the cleric of the party would continuously heal him. The paladin said, no, I don't want to be healed. He would just take all the hits and be very righteous. So in the campaign I was running, it was very focused on the different deities of mythology and then of my mythos. So a lot of gods started looking at him in favor because he was being selfless. He was being truly a hero. He would take the front and not ask for anything in return. He was what we would call good. So, the god of friendship, Aju, decided, I'm going to make him a shield. So he used some of his divine power and crafted the shield with Hephaestus. Yes, these mythologies can mix and intertwine. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. It's not the story you're really caring about. You're probably here more for the item. And he created a very large shield. A shield that could protect anyone who uses it and also be used for other things. So, near the end of the campaign, whenever the party was against a deity itself, not just an avatar, yeah, it was a long story, the deity decided to do a large blast towards them. And the paladin asked me, the character to me, asked me how big the shield was. And it's come up before multiple times. The shield I made is massive. It's about a 4.5 foot shield in top to bottom, and it's circular, so the diameter is 1.5 feet. Not a foot and a half, 4.5 feet. Sorry. So he had the rest of the party kind of scrouched up behind him, and he gave the shield to the person behind him. Now, some of that doesn't exactly work. I have it that the effect still goes on even when not equipped, but also you can't really remove it. If you lose the item, then it's just still going to take effect. It's a good shield. It gives you a +4, so there's no real reason to lose it on purpose. And so he then took the damage front on, because he stood in front of the shield, and then the shield took it, and then the party members took it. And I wasn't planning on this being a TPK. I wasn't planning on this really killing any party members, but had the potential to do both. They're fighting a deity. It's the BBEG. It's the end of the campaign. He made it where no one took damage but him, and he ended up taking a lot of damage. He took 6 party members worth of damage to himself, and it ended up being very emotional and very beautiful story writing. Now, is the shield kind of busted? Yes, because you have the joke about wizards being weak, having 4 health, and now whenever the wizard be attacked or anyone in the party be attacked, it's a way to make it where the tank is tankier, but also not kind of denying what would happen. I like the item. Overall, it can have a lot of good bonuses in a game, and I think it's fun to use, especially for a story purpose. If you have a character who's very self-centered, it can help drive a story plot of redemption. Or there's just so many ways to use this magic item that I think it's a good item. That's kind of why I shared about it. I remembered it last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to share this. So if you guys like the Shield of Friendship or the Friendship Shield, use it in your next campaign or talk to your demon about it. I think it's a really fun item. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a wonderful